I feel like it's really nice to see Gorz getting a victory lap right now. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And yes, Chaos Origins is still up. We still have another week of pre-sales running around. And Sneak Peek is literally in just like 48 hours. Actually, it's in 24 hours for some places because on Fridays. And we still are missing a couple of Starlight Rares. So I assume when those get up, you'll be able to get them over here on some of the stores. But yes, discount code M40SLV on your purchase over here. The 3 Champions of Sword Soul best selling over here. And Corrupted Ritual Records has now been wiped out off of Kong's, which is hilarious to see. Definitely the low rarity value within this set definitely has some use. I guess that's the cool thing, right? When you get new generic toys, especially something like Klitsch and Old Gainer here, you do want to pick them up and you want to give them a shot. I mean, that's just typically how it ends up working with these sets. So that's kind of cool. Ah, boy. Good old Gorz. Gorz got a new form. Finally. The Emissaries of Darkness is such a cool homage back to this card. But some of these rarities, Gorz is what I'd consider an abnormality in and himself. Just actually, I guess people remember Gorz existed yesterday because some sold for 35s, 29s, 33s, and that's just on the Gold Ghost. You move on along. I mean, the R manga version. Typically, I mean, these are like 20 to 21, but you're dealing with a manga card. I'm actually going to come back to the R mangas here in a little bit, just out of curiosity. This did get chibi-ified, and it did get the Starlight Rare. The Starlight Chibi is only like $23, which isn't terrible. We did get to see the Quarter Century coming in about $24. I love that the QCR is nearly, you can get a mod play, which is the same price as the Ultra manga. Take a second to think about that for a second here, people. And I mean, Gorz has never had an errata. It's just he's a very ignorantly powered card. You also have the Retro Pack ones, which there are 2 versions to this. There's one in the set that doesn't actually have, I actually wondered, do we actually have one of these up in the super pricey category with an image? Because they do exist without the limited edition. Yeah, we don't actually have any of them up to show you what they look like, but they are very, very cool. But they're very, very, very rare, to say the least. And then, of course, we do have the Duelist Leaks coming in at 10 7s, the DLG Secrets coming in at a couple dollars as well. But I mean, even the Secret Rare. Why is the Secret Chibi $5? Did this actually just recently get bought out, or was this something that's been building for a little while? Looks like this has been going for a little while. Interesting. This card is a walking, talking history of the game, and it trained an entire generation to attack lowest to highest. If there's ever a card that warped the fabric of the game, you can tell that you're playing against an old school player when they attack lowest to highest, because Gorz, being the hand trap it is, could very actively just ruin your entire turn. So, yep, that's really cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! R manga. Did I miss something? When did Vendalgion had a secret rare? Did I miss this? Maybe this was the original printing. But these are expensive, $47. Those are not cool. Those are expensive. A good old Lecter, yep, and then Angel 07. You guys remember Angel 07 back in the day? I mean, the effect that we had a walking, talking skill drain that we could just deploy off of this thing was, a lot of people wanted to explore this. $65 for a near mint version of this. I mean, Angel 7 does in fact have the other versions, which I think is fine. We do have the reprint from Light of Destruction 2020, which is a $9 card, and then you have the Speed Duel version, which luckily is 25 cents. So you're not gonna be losing out too much on those. But God, that's hilarious. Ultimaya Tzolkin. So I guess Tzolkin has been a discussing point for I guess the Angelecki deck or something like that. Somebody in my Discord was talking about the overall potential of this card and, you know, kind of the place in the format. Now, super rares are still like $6, but the tin versions, this is luckily one of the nice things that Konami did in fact give us. They gave us a good, easy, accessible tin promo that isn't going to cost anything really crazy. I mean, these are like $2 to $1. And I mean, that's good, right? If you are wanting to pick up some of these, just, you can see a lot of these have moved on the 22nd. Holy crap. It's definitely a card worth considering, depending on the deck builds and the space that you have to be able to build things. Facilitators for extra extensions have usually been pretty welcome as of recently. Why are people surprised about this one? I don't actually know why this one has become such a surprise, because the Teller Knight deck was choosing to play this because it's an extra extender for the deck. It was basically able to do a bunch of extra little interesting things, and we're just in we're in a time right now where that's kind of important, especially with the Teller Knight deck stuff. But this has gotten a little bit more out of hand than I really want to admit, because I don't want to spend, you know, this amount of money. Like, this is more money than you would think. You'd be like, oh, you know, it's not worth it. I agree. But if you want to build the Teller Knight stuff, if you want to play, you know, the rank 4 turbo good stuff, this is the price you're going to be paying. Dude, $30 now to play any of these extra decks is a little bit more than I would want to do. But okay. All right, Maxx C. Reload. Are these still? This tab is a day old, but these are first head Maxxis in near mint are actually at $75, and that's for the secret rare. Now, these do not sell very often. Like, let's get that out of the woodwork here. How much are light plays and mods and all that? You can get, well, at least the picture's accurate. Get a damage for 25. That's pretty bad. It looks like light play is underneath half of the price of a first ed near mint. Yeah, this would be one of the cases of, if I'm going to play the card, I'd probably just consider buying the mod, or I'd consider buying the LP. Probably just buy the LP at this stage. That's crazy that people spend this much money on some of this stuff, but it's just what the community does. Sprite Sprend. This is... That better not be the price. Oh my god, it is the price. What has happened to you, buddy? Well, first of all, I guess this is from Battles of Legend, Terminal Revenge. And as we have learned about all of the things that have to do with that these get pretty expensive over time. 65, 42, 71. You know, you've had in May 2 sales. This month you've had 1. This card does not sell whatsoever. I guess that's kind of like the current high rarity trend, right? You're going to see people, they're going to come through, they're going to look at the high-end cards, they're going to go, ooh, you know, this is pretty. And that's about it. You don't really get the chance to see anything else really popping up with that. So that's something interesting. Tribe-Infecting Virus, Magician's Force first eds. Well, it's a Magician's Force card, to say the least, and I mean they're $50, but I mean these push on up to $169. Giggity. I guess it's to be expected that something from the old days would peep through. Take this off. What do light plays go for? Mods are about $14 all day long. The way it looks like you have 2 light plays on the market for about 30s. Retro Ryan here has one for $30, which I don't necessarily think is too bad, but these are very far and in between if you're looking at a decent copy for this. But I mean, Tribe has been reprinted into the ground. You know, Battle City Finals has definitely been, I will say, you know, all jokes aside, looking at the Battle City stuff over time, I mean, these have just gone up. $8? Yeah, Speed Duel ended up being one of the best potential sets just to pick up in bulk from people that didn't want to, you know, deal with them. And that's crazy to think about. But please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.